me 9 years ago. I was almost 30, and I had just had my second child, and I was an alterated size. Oh, you can't even see it. Well, I wanted you to see it, but you can't. 16. I was miserable, I was depressed, and I was in my brother's wedding. I had to go to the store to find jean shorts because I had no shorts to wear. And I remember sitting in the dressing room at Target with both of my children. One was 3 and one was like 3-4 months old, and crying because I needed a bigger size than a size 15, and I'm only 5'3", so that's kind of short and squatty, and I was so depressed, and I couldn't believe that I had brought myself to that point. During that trip to Michigan and to wear this dress, I was obviously the fat girl in the wedding, and I was popping out of all sides, and I remember just feeling like everybody felt like I was huge, and I was tired, and I was miserable, and I was depressed. On the way back from the trip, we were driving. We stopped at a hotel, and we saw an infomercial for Power 90. My husband was like, "Oh, I gotta have it. It's Power 90. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna be in shape." And I said, "That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Nobody uses exercise programs off of infomercials. They're stupid. They're not going to work, and you're going to pay all this money, and it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just go to a gym." And he was like, "No, this is what I want." And so we actually argued about this for 6 months. And his birthday is on January 1st, so I finally kind of gave in, and I went ahead and I bought it for him. And for those of you who have been in Beachbody for a while, if you remember way back in like 2004, it took like 7 to 8 weeks to get your program, not like the 4 days that you get now. And so we waited and waited and waited, and so we started on January 1st. No lie, my husband did this program for 5 days. We argued for 6 months because he had to have it, and he did it for 5 days. And I said, "Well, I'm going to keep doing it, and I am going to finish it, and I'm going to feel better about myself." My son turned 4, and at the end of my Power 90, my daughter was turning 1, so we went up to Michigan. So it was almost a full year. It was about 9 months after the wedding, and the first thing my brother said to me was, "Where did the rest of my sister go?" And I went from this very big size 16 to a 4 in the 90 days, and just by doing Power 90 and just by doing what they said to do. And I had more energy. I could chase my kids. I could play with my kids, and I could lift both of my kids, and I didn't get tired. And I remember how horrible it felt to feel so out of touch and not being able to take care of your kids or keep up with them. And so fast forward to a few more years, and I kept telling everybody about Beachbody products. I fell in love with Turbo Jam then, and I just kept grabbing everything I could. I couldn't afford P90X, so I was getting the small things. So Shalene's Turbo Jams were like $30, so I could pick those up as they went. And my husband kept saying, "You should become a coach." During that time, they came up with coaches, and I thought, "Oh, it's free, and we could be coach." And then I thought, "Well, no, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know if I can. I don't have time." And so we kind of kicked myself. And then in, I want to say it was 2010, I became a Beachbody coach, and I got my first P90X, and I was so excited. But I became a coach mostly because I remembered sitting in that dressing room and crying and feeling horrible, and I didn't want other moms to feel like I felt. That they couldn't do anything, that they looked around and they thought, well, I just can't do that. That might be good for you, but I can't do that. So I became a coach, and I've been a coach since then. I'm Emerald. I love to do Fit Club. It's my favorite part. I am doing nutrition challenges with a lot of moms and families that have a lot of weight to lose. They're not, I want to lose 20 pounds. I have people in my groups that want to lose over 100 pounds. And that's a little daunting, but the reason I became a coach is because I want families to be healthier. I've been taking my kids to Vacation Bible School this week, and I cannot tell you the number of children that are, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, who weigh almost as much as I do. And it breaks my heart because, they're not buying the food. And the only way that we're going to help our kids be healthier and have a better future than what they're supposed to have now. They're the first generation that are supposed to have a less lengthy lifespan than their parents. They're supposed to live less time than we are. That's not right. Kids, that just shouldn't happen. So the only way we're going to get those kids is if we get the moms and the dads to be on board. And so that's kind of where I am sitting. And I have talked for almost 7 minutes. And there it goes. So I might have to start over and do this again.